calm night tops off the start of a momentous day. After putting it off further than we could even remember, it's time to finally upgrade the metal workshop to level 3. That will allow us to construct our own ammo from now on. We'll take a quick look at the news and get right on that. Cigarettes and tobacco are presently used in Pagoran as currency. Nonetheless, the city is running short on them. What will happen if they run out completely? Well, I know what'll happen. We'll profit off of them if we can get the herbal workshop upgraded to level 2 soon. Then we can make quality roll-ups, which, as you can imagine, are more valuable than all other cigarettes out there. And there we have it, a fully upgraded metal workshop, which, along with ammo crafting, will even allow us to repair all the broken stuff we find out there. I don't particularly plan to start picking a lot of the broken stuff up exactly, but it's just nice to have the ammo crafting. We'll go ahead and plant 10 herbs this time around because we need to play catch-up after leaving so many of them behind. Besides, being able to manufacture medicine and bandages for others is going to give us the chance to really help out there. By now, we're using upwards of 5 to 6 units of fuel to keep the place warm every day. If you think that's a lot now, wait till the snow starts falling. We're going to need even more fuel later, so our scavengers are going to be prioritizing our means of getting it. That's it for today. Time to head back to Sniper Junction to get more bulk supplies. We picked up all of the available components left in the place and even grabbed the raw tobacco we've been neglecting as well. There was still a ton of wood left, but that's not much priority. Wood's a lot easier to find than components at this point. That's 2 calm nights in a row. Works for me. The routine continues and our goal to upgrade the herbal workshop is still at hand. What does the news say today anyway? Having suffered heavy losses, the military retreated to their previous positions and resumed the strategy of avoiding direct confrontation. Movement around the city should once again be possible. Ah, perfect. No more boundaries. That was really getting annoying, honestly. We'll see what we need by tonight. Well, the obvious thing we need is more components, because now that we have an alcohol distillery, filters are going to be needed for that too, instead of just water. Can't have filters without components. We have enough to build a couple filters now, so let's turn that moonshine we have into pure alcohol. The cool thing about doing that is we get 2 units of pure alcohol per 1 moonshine. And with that alcohol, we can now make our very first bandage. And better yet, Franco's back. There's a lot of more readily available supplies we need from him, so let's start bartering. For our first lengthy trade session, we gave him an herbal med, 4 units of raw meat, and one of our many shotguns for 3 herbs, 5 parts, 8 sugar, 3 filters, 8 fuel, and 4 bullets. I was tempted to make a second trade, but I realized that's really all we needed for now, so I changed my mind and sent him on his way. Then we used our remaining components to give us 1 extra saw blade, because, well, you never know. That should do it for today. Time for another adventure. It's nice to be able to go everywhere again. Here's the problem though, we still need components, and upon looking, there's next to no materials anywhere in the neighborhood, just as we feared. Except for one place, the construction site. We've been avoiding it for a while because we didn't have the bandages to risk the dangers inside, but we do now, so the construction site is where our next big risk will be. The description follows. It was supposed to be a luxurious residential area, and there was a great hype on apartments there, but the developers fled abroad when the war started. Recently, the military wrestled control over the area from the rebels. We could scavenge whatever the rebels left behind, but there is a risk of encountering military patrols. We're ready now more than ever, thanks to the discovery of this vest in the warehouse. We'll send good old Pavle to scout the place and eliminate the threats inside first. I'm feeling good about this one. We're not dealing with any ordinary thugs this time. Instead, we're probably going to run into a military patrol around here, like the description said. I remember the news reports from a few days ago, though, the ones about the military committing atrocities on innocent people. So we're certainly not about to feel a lot of remorse out of what we're gonna do to these guys if we find them. Just gotta take it easy. Looks like this place is probably going to be hard to flee around. Better keep our eyes open. Oh, looks like we found a couple. And from what it sounds like, they're searching for someone else here. Should probably wait and see where they're going. If they're headed downstairs, we better take off. Nope, they're headed upstairs. We should be okay for the moment. Yep, plenty of components, just what we were looking for. Pavlet's here to scout the place though, so we'll leave all this stuff for Marco to grab tomorrow. For now, gotta stick to the job at hand. Well, okay, maybe we'll grab a few things we really need. I'd like to make sure we have some filter parts and upgrade stuff. There's something to examine over here. This should be good. A torn flyer entitled Proclamation reads, "Here in our ancient capital, Vicenni are at home and will no longer abide the oppression. The Republic of Vicenna with its capital in Pagoran and within borders according to the Treaty of..." Fuck all your treaties and proclamations. Well, tell me what you really think. Earlier we saw 2 sound signatures. Obviously it's the patrol, but are those really the only military guys here? And is the person they're looking for even going to be friendly to us? Again, anything can happen. We gotta be ready. I knew I saw something. There's one person 2 floors above us. We're getting closer now. Let's just hope there's a place to strike from up there. Ah, perfect, there is. We should probably wait there until we're sure where that guy's going. Oh, Jesus! Well, looks like they found their man. You know what? While that one's distracted with the corpse, hit and run! Okay, go! Go! Get the fuck out of there! Oh, God. Oh, that was close. I was almost sure we were going to take some hits there, but he hesitated. That's one mistake he's going to regret, because we're not leaving him alive. I think this is our only approach. I don't recall seeing any other way up from here. Is he still there? Oh, shit, yep, he's still there. Back down again. Well, we still have half a night to go. I doubt he's patient enough to keep waiting like that. Oh, no, he's not. He's gonna come looking now. Oh, gonna wait there, are you? Yeah, there's an idea. Just stand right there. Thanks for the free one. I'm out of here. Oh, and apparently so are you. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, standing around again, are you? I think I can get another clear shot. Yep, just gotta find the right spot. Oh shit, he saw me. Looks like he only has a handgun. Maybe he can't get a clear enough shot with it. Oh yeah, you'll stay there all right. Well, that was nothing short of silly, but you know what? I'll take it. Pavle didn't even get a scratch on him, so we don't even need to touch our bandage supply. Sure took a while to take them out, though, but we should just have enough time to loot the corpses and stash their things away for tomorrow. Better get on that now. Damn this inventory. I'll need a minute to get all this stuff stashed in a barrel. Huh. It's kind of weird. This guy the military shot down is holding a lot of electronic parts. Why did they want this guy dead? Eventually, we were able to get all the loot off the bodies and stashed into this barrel. Marco's got a lot to pick up tomorrow, that's for sure. Assuming the place is really clear. If there was anyone else, though, I imagine all that gunfire probably would have lured them here by now. Alright, Pavle did what he came here to do. He's probably not gonna feel so great after taking 2 human lives, but without any injuries, he'll be just fine. Let's go home. suppose it was high time for a raid, not that it matters with how well we're doing. What's interesting is it turns out Pavle was not at all affected by the blood on his hands, but you know what is affecting him? Severe hunger. Yeah, we kind of forgot to eat when we were supposed to. Better play catch up. So, as you can see, winter has come. It's snowing outside, which means a number of obstacles have come up. First obstacle, our rainwater collector won't be working at all. In order to get water, we're going to have to go outside, shovel snow, and then melt it on the stove. Second, we're probably going to have a lot of illnesses going around, but as long as we keep feeding the heater, we should reduce the risks. If we don't have any heat at all, we could literally freeze to death in here. Third problem is, market prices are going up on things like wood, fuel, and components. So if we can scrape together the components to build another hatchet, we're going to try and chop down as much furniture as possible on our scavenging missions. If we have enough wood, we can also just turn that into fuel too, so honestly, I doubt we're going to have any fuel problems at all. And finally, our buddy Franco is a lot less likely to come see us during the winter, so I'm going to miss that. Oh hey, look at that! Those kids are back with their mother this time. She says she has something for us. Let's see what it is. Thank you for your help. I feel so much better now. I'd rather not think of what would happen to my children if you hadn't helped me. We haven't got much, but I saved up some coffee for my husband. He loves it, but he hasn't been home for a long time now. He's somewhere out there, fighting, and who knows when he can return, so why don't you take it instead? Wow, I can't remember the last time we had a supply of coffee in the place. This could be valuable trade, but I think I remember Marin being a coffee drinker himself. I am all about morale around here, so maybe I might just keep it for him. It is cold. Unfortunately, higher temperatures are not expected over the next couple days, so make sure to keep that fire going day and night. Yeah, way ahead of you there. Just gotta stay on top of the wood supply. Our water supply could use a little boost. We'll get to shoveling in some snow and thaw it out. The upside to this method is we can bring in a lot more helpings of water in than usual in a single day. The downside is, every time we do, it costs 1 fuel to melt it, and you still need filters every 4 units of water. Got enough supplies to make an extra saw blade. We've almost been everywhere, so they may be the last ones we'll ever need to build, but we'll see. Herbs are ready for harvest, looking good. We're pretty close to getting our herbal workshop upgraded, just need a few more key parts to make it happen. Marin's gonna make a mixer for that to work, while Pavle thaws us out 8 units of water. This process is also a lot faster than the rainwater collector. Once we return to the construction site to collect that load of components, we'll have more than enough filters for that too. Well, we've done plenty today. Let's get back to the construction site. Or not. Son of a bitch, that's something else I forgot about. The snow is going to be keeping us from the other section of the map we had access to before. The construction site is blocked, and I can only imagine it's going to take another week to finally be able to go there again. I only hope the rarer stuff is still there. Well, this sucks. Our next several days pretty much are going to involve scraping the bottom of the barrel with places we've already been to. Good news is, though, we have 2 high-risk areas we can try over the week when the other places have dried up. Might as well start with clearer places right now. We'll start with the hotel first. Since we have every workbench available and maxed out, there's no such thing as useless supplies to us anymore, so a lot of the stuff we left behind before is thankfully still here. We even picked up plenty of cigarettes for Bruno to enjoy as well. I think he's more than earned it by now. That's some good news about the snow, though. There's a good chance this weather is going to be slowing those raids down. We'll see what the news says as we go. I'm going to be honest with you, going back to these old places just because our options are low isn't going to be the most interesting thing in the world, so I'd like to explore with you another feature I've glossed over up until now. All of our survivors have updating character bios as the days go along, allowing you to get some insight on their thoughts throughout some of the days, and some unfolding background info on them too. As we go through our daily routine and nightly scrapings, we'll explore one character at a time. We'll start with Marco, reading from day 1 to present day. I thought I'd been through hell before. I'm a fireman. I've entered blazing buildings to save lives more times than I care to remember. But back then I had people teamed up against a common foe, namely the fire. Nowadays, your former neighbor can kill you because your grandparents spoke a different language than his. This is true hell on earth. Day 3. I helped that man, but there's no telling if he survives another day. Day 4. I'm glad we decided to help our neighbor in need. Supporting each other is important. Day 7. Poor people. I know it was cruel to take their supplies, but it's either them or us. Day 8. We need to make sure we can defend our shelter, otherwise we're done for. Day 8 again. Pavle killed a bandit. We should show him our support. Day 9. My story. My father told me that I should choose one happy memory, and when life becomes miserable, I just have to close my eyes and go back to that happy moment. But what do you do when your happiest memory brings you nothing but pain? Day 9 again. I'm so relieved we agreed to help our neighbors in distress. Day 9 yet again. The guy was a threat to us and our neighbors. I had to get rid of him. Day 13. Our community doesn't need deranged criminals. I let them know we're vigilant. Day 14. I gotta be strong. My friends have it rough as well, but it hurts so much. Day 15. If a shell hit our shelter, we could be in a similar situation to those people. They could count on us. I hope we can count on them. Day 17. If we make it through, we will have Pavle to thank. Day 18. My story. My happiest moments is a memory of a fire. I was a new addition to the team, and we were called on a tenement fire, and I got lucky, rescued a young lady, and became an old right hand there. And that lady, Alina was her name, became my wife soon after. Day 19. I'm glad we didn't lose Pavle. He took a huge risk out there. Day 20. Pavle's wounds are very serious. He will probably die. Day 20 again. Those kids are very brave. They risked their lives walking around the neighborhood to save their mother. Day 25. Kids are our future. We have to do everything to save them and show them that despite the war, there are plenty of good people out there too. Day 27. My story. We had 2 kids, 2 beautiful daughters. When the war started, she took them and moved to the country to my mother. She wanted me to come, but I'd never leave my team behind in times like these. We had a lot of fires to fight, then there were more fires than we could fight, and later on the team was no more. Turned out I couldn't even leave the city. It ends there for now, but what's interesting is the longer our men stay alive, the more their backstory unfolds. When we read over everyone else's bio, we'll focus only on their backstory from now on. That'll allow us to stay on top of the people we've already checked, assuming everyone will survive the war. Yeah, just as I thought. The snow must be keeping the raiders from trying to rob people. Anyway, as I was reading Marco's bio, a few things have happened. The news reported that people are dying left and right, and the cigarette prices are at an all-time high. Now that we can make our own, we'll be capitalizing on that, of course. Good news is our herbal workshop is now fully upgraded, which means aside from the guitar, we've built and upgraded absolutely everything we can. Components are still useful, but we don't need them quite as much as we used to. Other good news is yesterday Franco paid us a visit, regardless of the weather. It's thanks to him that our herbal workshop is set to help us exploit the tobacco market in the first place. We'll be building a new hatchet, and just to be thorough, we're going to build 3 more saw blades, because nearly every high-risk area we've been to have had about 2 grated doors in them at a time, and we want to be prepared. Also, we're doing great on our medicine and bandage production. Once the snow clears and we can get back to the hospital, we'll bring these supplies over to them, regardless of the otherwise stingy surgeon. I know exactly where we're headed tonight. It's going to require full stealth, so we're going to make an extra lockpick just in case. Now to ready up for the tobacco market. With our normal and homegrown tobacco findings, we'll be able to make 4 quality roll-up cigarettes, the most valuable of its kind. The place we're headed to also has trade available, so we'll be ready for that. Okay, I feel like taking one more big risk before we call it for today, and rather than doing it guns blazing, this is going to be a stealthy operation. It's time to sneak our way into a brothel. The description follows. If you want to get laid for a can of meat, this is the place. Mothers will do some really kinky stuff to get food for their children. It's a big building, well guarded by local thugs. They have plenty of goods and are eager to trade. See, that's why I don't want to go shooting anyone. Last thing we want is to get any of those mothers hurt in the crossfire. If we can avoid being seen, we won't have to hurt anyone at all. It's been a while since we've done a full stealth operation, but every time we've done them in the early game, we've succeeded without issue, so let's see if we could do it again. Oh, yeah, that's one other thing that the snow gets in the way of. Junk piles outdoors, more often than not, are totally empty now, so that's a problem in the winter. It's trash, mostly. Among it lie a fashionable handbag, torn as if someone had ripped it open, not sparing any thought to a damaged zipper. A tiny framed photo of a young man and a pocket notebook. Whoever tossed these here wasn't their owner. Makes me wonder if whoever this belongs to is here against their will. We may get out of here with another good deed under our belt if that's true. Our axe here is going to keep our wood problem from being a thing. You can chop furniture apart and still leave the contents of the thing intact. Now this sucks. This room was a waste of a perfectly good saw blade. Well, can't win them all, I guess. We could take this broken guitar as a little extra trade item, I guess. Ugh, thanks to the snow, all these piles outdoors have either nothing or shell casings in them. Not very useful. Still staying on top of our wood supply. No sign of the actual brothel just yet, but we want to make sure that we get every door unboarded and unlocked in case we need a quick exit, or a faster means of ingress if we have to come back tomorrow. Still nothing. Are we sure this building is all that big? Half the place is deserted. Well, one bullet, can't say no. I know I said most of the free piles outside are next to useless, but I really want to make sure that this half of the place is totally clean. There's a good chance we will in fact have to try this stealth approach tomorrow, and I'd rather not leave any stones unturned out here. Looks like we finally found the place. I'm seeing movement now. Just gotta check the upper section over here, and we'll see if we can find our means of trade. What we've been doing to save our vegetable and water supply is we've been having 2 members of the house eat 2 cans of food, while 2 others eat a prepared 2-helping meal. Needless to say, our canned food supply is starting to get a little lower than I'd like, so with all of our trade supplies on hand, I'd like to start by trading as much canned food as we can get away with. Then maybe we can find some more inside once we sneak in. Okay, let's check the front door and see what we got. Now, here we go. Now, I'm a little concerned. Are they friendly? Only one way to find out. Ah, yes, here we are. Let's get to trading. Got a couple patrons leaving. I bet this guy won't take kindly to me walking past him here. We'll have to check the roof after this. Just as we planned, we managed to get 3 cans of food by trading 4 quality cigarettes, 2 veggies, a near-broken hatchet, and a broken guitar. Not too shabby. Now to check the roof real quick for our means of entry. Wow, there's even more junk piles up here. Well, the night's winding down, but again, I'd like to be sure there's nothing valuable I'm passing up around here. I can already see sawblade door number 2. Just as I figured, a risky area always seems to have 2 of these. I'm hoping there's only 2, though. I don't plan to come back here with another sawblade. More shell casings. Jeez, fine, I'll take the damn shell casings already. Even more. Man, I'll just have to be sure to grab the ones I left behind on my way over here. Time to find our way in. This door is boarded up. Grated door looks like our only way in. There's a hiding spot over here, and this door is boarded up from our side. Since the guy on the other side can't get through, we'll just start pulling these boards off. He'll be forced to take the long way around to inspect the noise we're making, giving us a chance to take a quick peek inside. Coast is clear. We have just enough wiggle room to see what's inside this cabinet before we should double back. Ooh, this is nice. I'll have these. And you know what? Why not? let's take the broken assault rifle too. Repairing it at our metal workshop will give us another weapon very much worth trading. Oh, that was a close one. Better get out of here quick. Yeah, morning's coming. We don't have time to look any further. We'll come back tomorrow. I'm really curious about what we'll find. Are there people in there that's really being held against their will? Do we have a chance to get them out? I honestly don't know. Join me next time as we come back to go in a little deeper. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.